Just waiting for Dr. Natalia. I'm so glad you guys were speaking out against those people. I don't care about them. I mean, that's just such child. Talk about high school mentality. That is like straight up high school mentality. Where is she? Oh, she might have had to go to like the little girl's room or something. I love you guys. That was actually really funny. I'm just adding a little color to my lips because they go really pale right here. Kat, how's it? Oh my God, it's going so good. So for anyone asking about the ointment or Vaseline challenge, again, I'm using Aquaphor because it just sinks into my skin better. And I'm finding it to be unbelievable. What I really love is that it's actually making this so puffy. At least I'm assuming it is. That it doesn't show like I have, you know, that hollowness, and my wrinkles aren't so bad. So yeah, I'm loving it. And look, the only breakouts that I have, I've always had right here, especially since I started Tret, and that's about it. So for anyone asking, I like it. I'm surprised. And I'm acne prone, so. Where is Dr. Natalia? Did I miss her? Let's see, how do I add somebody? Here we go. Nope. No, she's not here yet. Dr. Natalia. Nope, she's not here yet. Oh, how do you, okay. So what about irritation before? Which question did you ask, Lauren? Because you have to understand the window, like when she's on, it shrinks down to almost nothing, and all we get is just like that much space of information, and it's really hard to see what's happening. I hope I didn't scare her away. Oh, that's funny. Emma, can you hit up Dr. Natalia and tell her to... Oh, wait, no, I can do it. I have my other phone now. Close. 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 Na. Let's see here. Here she is. We're on. Okay, I just sent her a message, so she should be on in a minute. Oh, about the eyelids and chin irritation for... Yeah, which brand are you using, Lauren? Oh, thank you. Which do you prefer? Believe it or not, I like the Vaseline on my lips, and I like the Aquaphor on my face, especially here. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't put any Aquaphor or Vaseline on my forehead because I have an oily T-zone. And oh, there she is. So, but you guys, I guess, have QV abroad, and you're so much luckier. But yeah, I think for me, for me personally, the Vaseline is just too thick. It just doesn't absorb, and I can't deal with that. But I have an issue with stickiness, so.
Too Vaseline-y.
Yeah, it's just too. At least the Aquaphor eventually melts into the skin, and I'm not kidding. I massage it into my skin until it's gone because I can't.
Do you really? I put QV ointment on about an hour ago.
I actually, believe it or not, oh, that's the other thing, guys. So she got me doing this, and it works. So I would wash my face in the morning because I need to wake up, 1. And then 2, I hate the whole oily, you know, whatever feeling. So now I don't. I wash my hair. My hair ends up the water makes my face dry. And then I follow in right after with the CeraVe Moisture Cream, and then a nice light layer of Aquaphor on top. And, oh, happiness.
Quite nice.
And then I put my makeup on. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I did? I've been doing a lot of reading about cleansers, which I know sounds really boring, but whatever. So this is my life. So this is what I do.
Yeah, and we like it. That's why we're here.
Cleansers. I came across a recent paper that actually some of you might find really interesting. I get a lot of questions about what's the best cleanser to remove my sunscreen. Okay. People ask me that all the time. Like, what cleanser should I use to remove my waterproof sunscreen? or my regular sunscreen. So believe it or not, only a few months ago, and it was published like literally a few months, like in 2020, a group actually studied that in a trial. So basically,
Really?
yeah, I cannot believe that someone actually was like, yeah, I have that question too. So this is, I love this kind of thing because it's stuff you would never think anyone would ever bother doing. But they were like, does a foaming cleanser remove sunscreen better or worse than an oil-based cleanser? Okay. And then they used water as a control with no sunscreen. And the way they tested if all the sunscreen residue was gone is they used a special type of filter in a light box thing. You know those UV filters, they show dirt on your hands, or when you watch
Yes.
you put your hand, yeah,
Yes.
so like the fluoresces. Yeah, so they did that with sunscreen. So sunscreen will like turn red on your skin in the special kind of like light or something. So anyway, they use that to test. So if you have all the sunscreen on, your whole face will shine red. And then when you wash it off, it should not be there. So interesting, they found that just water alone doesn't do the trick. So what they had people do was they used water to clean their faces and used their fingers only for 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
2 minutes of cleansing,
so
like this, just with water. You got nothing, okay? It's still there. All the sunscreen, waterproof, not waterproof, still there. Foaming cleanser worked just as well as an oil-based cleanser to remove non-waterproof sunscreen.
Ah.
So it got off about a little over 85% of it in one cleanse. So we're talking like using 0.5 gram of cleanser because they measured out the cleanser, because that's what you have to do in a trial. They measured the cleanser. It was like a Neutrogena foaming cleanser and like a Maybelline oil, some really like basic, like not fancy schmancy, like really cheap, whatever cleansers. So, and then the oil, so the 0.5 grams, that removed over 85% of the sunscreen. The waterproof sunscreen, however, did not do well with the foaming cleanser. It only removed like 60% of the sunscreen or less, but the oil cleanser removed 95% of the sunscreen. Okay.
And that's why I love coconut oil. Coconut oil removes everything. Fucking thing.
So if you're asking me, should I use an oil-based cleanser? I always recommend them just generally. But if you're removing makeup or if you're removing sunscreen, waterproof sunscreen, you want to go towards the oil ones away from the foaming. The other thing they found was that the subjects who used the foaming cleansers, the majority of them complained of tightness of the skin afterwards, so feeling of dryness.
Oh, for the foaming? Yeah.
Yeah, with the foaming, which is why I always tell people don't use the foaming cleanser because, and what we know about foaming cleansers is that foaming cleansers temporarily removes the lipids or the fats between the cells of the skin because it doesn't differentiate between surface oil and the oil that sits in between the cells. So, and the oil cleansers doesn't do that. So it doesn't, and it leaves a film on the skin, so it doesn't remove the oil necessarily as badly. So the oil cleanser was better tolerated than the foaming one. It was generally considered like a better cleanser. Interestingly as well, I'm going to get a shot for this one. So a lot of people feel like if they use like an oil cleanser first to remove their makeup, that they then have to use another cleanser in order to then like
remove the oil.
Clean. Yeah. That's not necessary from a cleaning point of view, unless you prefer the feel of that. So if you just use an oil cleanser to remove, that's enough. That will remove everything. Okay, and these people were not using flannels or anything. So if you have a lot of makeup and you're using like a face cloth, that's going to probably get rid of 99.9% of what you have on there. But so oil cleanser better than foaming for a number of reasons. Very well done study though. Very well done. Like it wasn't dodgy. They didn't cut corners.
Right.
They really did everything correctly. So people are asking now, which oil cleanser is the best?
Which oil? Yeah. She doesn't like answering this stuff, but being somebody that has tried pretty much everything under the sun, I've tried Fresh, I've tried all the brands out there, even Drunk Elephant.
They make an oil cleanser? Oh.
They make a cleansing balm. I've even tried, I haven't tried the Simple because they don't sell that in my area, but I even tried the Albolene. I am not going to lie. Without any real effort, I find coconut oil does the best job. Plain old Costco coconut oil. Yeah.
I find that it does the best.
Yeah, I've not been able to, and the simple cleansing oil that Lucy just mentioned, I've been trying to buy that one, but I can't. They didn't have it at Boots when I went to buy it, so I was like, okay. And I agree with. I don't really mind fragrances at all because I do love a fragrance. I don't like the cleansing oils with fragrance in them. It really bothers me. It's not that I don't like. It's not like I don't like the fragrance. It's something weird about that. I'm used to using unfragranced skincare, facial skincare. So to use something with fragrance in it is weird to me.
I like my fragrance like in my lotions, my body lotions and stuff like that. Not on my face.
Exactly. So it's coconut oil comedogenic. No, it is not. So the comedogenic thing is a very complicated, long story.
And actually, you did mention that in one of the previous lives. She actually talks about that. So if you guys want to go into my IG tab, you'll actually find it there. She breaks it down on how the whole comedic, non-comedogenic thing is.
Yeah, it's
pretty much
rubbish. I mean, the thing is, when it comes to these oil cleansers and whether you want to use coconut oil or not, like it's really personal preference. So if you don't like the way it feels when you use it, then don't use it. There's going to be lots of other options out there. That's why there's a cajillion skincare brands. So you can try another one.
Here's another question though. Like you were saying that you don't necessarily have to remove it. I don't like removing it, but my concern is, what about Tret after? Is it actually going to get through because coconut oil is occlusive?
Yeah, so though I have no study to support this, maybe I will have to do it myself. I don't think that's an issue. I've not found it. No, I've not found it be a problem for myself or for any patients. And the only way I can judge that is people who are treating melasma, because I can see a difference in their, like, it's something we can track. While with like retinoids, like God knows, do you know what I mean? Unless you're really wrinkly or whatever, you see an obvious change. So I haven't seen that as a problem for any of my patients. I don't know if any of them per se would leave a film of coconut oil on their skin and then apply their treatment. Most of my patients with melasma are very good about following rules and stuff with regards to, like, because they're into the treatment. But yeah, I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest, because it all mixes together anyway. I don't think it's going to obstruct the medicine from acting. Lucy asked a good question. Where did the idea of comedogenic come from? Yeah, that's a really, really awesome question. It comes from a very confusing animal model that was used to study the comedogenic. I think I talked about this last time. It's from the rat ear model, or I think it's a rat or a mouse. Yeah.
I'm gonna grab something while you talk about that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so Lucy, it's from the ear model. So because when it comes to skin stuff, it has to be tested on animals. So this is prior to all these laws regarding no animal testing. So back in the 1940s or 50s, I can't remember exactly, they were looking to see what was comedogenic by using the inner ears of rats, of animals. And the inner ear, I think it was a rat. I don't know why. It's been a long day for me, so it might have been a mouse. But the inner ear is a very interesting area of skin, because this is called the conchal bowl. And you might find that people get comedones there, and there's also hair follicles there sometimes. That skin is highly prone to getting comedones, especially in these rats. So it's very different from normal skin. So basically what they did was they applied all these chemicals to the rat ear, inside the rat ear, and they found like everything was comedogenic. Like literally everything, like every single thing they did, but they didn't do a control. So they didn't use another thing in the other ear to see whether the other ear also would have comedones, and that was the major flaw. So it's a lot more complicated than that, but I'm giving you very like high level, like headline information. So no one really realized that until about 30 or 40 years later, where they're like, actually, this model doesn't make sense. So then they went back and tested everything again. They're like, oh, just kidding, nothing is comedogenic. Oopsie. Oh, it was rabbit ears. Yes, it was rabbits. Sorry, not rat. Yeah, I knew it wasn't rats. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah. It was rabbit ears. Gosh, sorry. I knew I was saying it incorrectly. I do apologize. But so the idea, oh God, what is that? Oh, coconut oil. But the idea.
This is what I buy.
Yeah, that's what I buy.
See how simple it is, guys? And this is a huge ass tub from Costco for nothing.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, if you don't believe me, if you think it's going to give you spots, then obviously you don't have to believe anything I say. Then go ahead and just try it, and then come back and tell me, because I don't think it's going to cause you to get clogged pores and give you comedones. there are certain things that are very comedogenic, like I think like coal tar, things like that, stuff like that. But
Oh, and I think we even mentioned cocoa butter wasn't either, and yet they claim cocoa butter is comedogenic.
yeah, no, I mean, the thing is, a lot of people say everything is comedogenic, but so when I see that, I usually know it's from like an old study done like ages ago. Yeah, I like using a flavanol as well. Mineral oil is not either.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you did mention this last week.
Baby
Yes,
oil.
yes.
Thing is, you have to remember, Vaseline is the same thing as mineral oil. Vaseline is the same thing as baby oil. It's just a liquid.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Okay, they're all just paraffins, so it's all the same.
Wait, that's called a paraffin? I thought paraffins were wax.
You can have liquid paraffin.
Oh my God.
So
see how much they lie to us, guys? See, now you're lucky, Valentine. I can't use castor oil. So, it's just way too slimy.
Now, micellar water is actually very good at removing makeup. So that's a good one. Yeah,
it burns
I'm
the eyes, though.
Mineral oil, too. I mean, I'm a real basic person here. So...
no, sorry about the whole act. I have to even say it. Sorry.
What?
Stay in my lane. Yes, I know, but I hate to say it, guys. I'm doing the whole ointment and coconut oil challenge. I've been using coconut oil for 15 years. I am acne prone. It's bullshit.
I think, yeah. Yes. Well, I mean, thing is, what I do say is like, if you find that, when you use a certain product or a certain oil or whatever, it always makes you break out. There's no way for me to talk around that. So if do you know what I mean? No matter how much I explain to you the science or the history or the whatever, it's not going to make a difference if that's what you think. I think, and it's not. So if you don't like to use a product, don't use it. Like there's always going to be another alternative. It's never just one thing. Do you know what I mean? Like there's so many options, and that's good and bad. But so I wouldn't worry about.
But like you've told me before, because. Okay, so one night I ended up the first time I did the whole Aquaphor thing, I ended up with spots the next day, and you told me flat out, no, it wasn't that.
Yeah, I don't know what
it's
it was.
Not that instant.
In the end, it was. I mean, because it only happened once, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, it's always in this area, but this area just has issues anyway. I don't know what's going on with that area.
How do you actually know if something's breaking you out? Yeah, how do you tell the difference? You can't. And that's wrong, because the life cycle of an acne lesion is really not known. And it's crazy, because there have been really interesting studies where literally people have watched people's comedones, like to see how quickly, because we can give you something that we know causes comedones, like put on something on your skin that guaranteed gives you spots, gives you comedones, clogs your pores. Okay. And then we can monitor those comedones over time to see if they become spots. And so it's because you don't know where in your little cycle you are. And actually a lot of comedones then spontaneously disappear. So the life cycle of an acne lesion is basically not known. And so it's going to be almost impossible for you to say it's one thing or another, which is difficult. So you cannot tell the difference between a product breaking you out or you just having a breakout. What I would say though is that I find that patients who have lots and lots of comedones and who suddenly perhaps develop, comedones are the little bumps that you see when you kind of, in the light.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I have a patient who comes to me and says that's what they have primarily, and they just have loads of comedones and what is going on and why, I almost always blame it on using too many products. So then what I get them to do is stop using everything and just really back it down. Yeah, so for example, if you get spots from makeup, or if you get spots, if you're not sure what it is, and usually, and not to generalize, but patients who have this, they come and they bring me their whole bag of products. And then I have to be like, okay, well, we're going to put this entire bag into a cupboard, and we're going to just see what happens if we really, really cut down, because I think the comedones are due to overuse of products in general. And it's not going to be possible for me to then go and say, oh, it's the, I don't know, give me the shea butter that's in this moisturizer. Like, I'm not going to be able to kind of tell you that. So anyway, sorry.
No, I think that's really great, because I didn't notice that, even for myself, I've noticed that these have gone away ever since I started doing the ointment challenge. What's up with that? Yeah. I don't have those little bumps anymore. I'm looking and I don't see them.
I don't know. I don't know. But
I love that.
I do think that it's good. She has a magnifying mirror. Can overuse of cosmetic products cause rosacea? Yes and no. Depends how you're defining rosacea. But actually, very interesting. I just got an interesting study that was published recently about, it's here, that I was just about to read today, but I ran out of time, about how patients with rosacea have, and I quote, a strikingly higher prevalence of contact allergy to cosmetic allergens than non-rosacea patients. So, yes, there is a really interesting connection there with rosacea and the use of cosmetics. So whether they can cause rosacea is one thing, but absolutely can aggravate it as well. So rosacea is a tricky one. So would you like to tell Jamie, Peace Love, what the ointment challenge is?
The ointment challenge is basically anything with petroleum in it. So Vaseline, QV, Aquaphor, yeah, anything with petroleum. You can even do CeraVe moisturizing cream, but I think that's kind of cheating. Yeah, it's kind of cheating. I actually end up putting the CeraVe moisturizing cream plus the Aquaphor on top. So hey, but it's basically putting anything really, really basic on your face, like again, Vaseline, petroleum, and just doing it for 8 weeks every night, and you're going to see a huge, amazing change in your skin. I always thought that it was insane that I would break out, and no, my skin is actually loving it. Do I like the application? No. Oh, I guess
no, it's like a greasy mess, but I'll do it anyway.
I don't know about CeraVe ointment though, because CeraVe ointment is not quite. You can try it. I mean, I think Aquaphor has more.
We don't have CeraVe ointment in the UK, so I don't know. I don't think we do. So Kaesea said, is there a chance of melasma rebounding due to using HQ? So there isn't a. So that's an interesting question. It's not that the HQ is causing it to rebound. That as in stopping it is causing you to have a rebound. It's more that melasma should be thought of as a chronic condition. So you will require some type of maintenance. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to maintain with hydroquinone. That's not the case for everyone. But HQ does not cause rebound melasma, if that's basically what you're asking. So no. Elena, reversing health. Yes, the more products I use, the more I flare up. Absolutely, and that's what I'm talking about in terms of irritation and stuff. Sorry, I've totally missed everything going on. Oh, you can get CeraVe.
Yeah, but guys, if you can get QV, just get QV. Because I mean, trust me, if I could get QV here in the States, I would. So you don't have to like look for CeraVe. Look for Aquaphor, Vaseline, QV, anything like that. I'm sorry, I'm watching all of that.
I don't think that the ointment I have not come across with. I've stopped paying attention. Yeah, you can do the challenge without Tret and HQ. You can just use the ointment. But yeah, so having a
and
lot
make
of
sure you put, if you're doing Tret, make sure you put your Tret on first and then your ointment. I actually wait half an hour to 2 hours after my Tret and then put it on.
So Lauren, Rachel C, I'm not happy with tretinoin at the moment. I'm following it to the letter and having a lot of irritation. Yeah, so I don't know if you're the same person who was asking us that before, but what I would probably say is go to every other night. If you're already doing that, I would then even use it like maybe max 3 times a week until your skin really adjusts to it. You may never get over that. So you may have to stay at 0.025 3 times a week for a long time. Like I had a really hard time adjusting to tretinoin. It took me a really long time. Even now, if I use it too many days in a row, I get a bit of irritation. So that's not totally crazy.
But at that point, doesn't it help to have my brain went blank.
The hydrocortisone.
No, the hydrocortisone.
Yeah. Yes. So, but I don't normally do that for my patients when they're just on tretinoin. To be fair, not most of my patients aren't just on tretinoin, but I wouldn't, because the how it has to do with the way that I manage patients. So I wouldn't, I have very few patients who go right in just on tretinoin. Usually it's a compounded cream with something else, and that's why I put a hydrocortisone in it temporarily for the first few months, so then my patients adjust into it. But if you're getting your tretinoin just like over the counter from a shop or anything for something, then you would not have a compounded cream. So you would just use tretinoin on its own. Most people won't just put hydrocortisone on their faces.
I have actually had to, because I had a whole...
Really?
So somebody else was asking, when can they wax their face being on tretinoin?
Yeah, you can, and I have, but you need to tell the waxing person that you're using it, because they need to turn the heat all the way down to the minimum and then do a patch test. So I've gotten burned on my eyebrow.
Oh my God.
It's a picture I use. It was very subtle. It's a picture I use of myself with a stupid little burn when I do teaching sessions for the junior doctors, because I'm like, just tell your patients, if you're giving them retinoids, that this can happen. So
wait a second. So
yeah.
you mean if I go back and I like have them retouch up my areas, I can get burned?
Probably not. You just need to get them to maybe do a test patch so that you don't.
I'm talking laser. I always do the
laser. Laser's fine.
I do the laser because I want it gone.
Yeah, laser's fine. It's waxing, and the heat of waxing is kind of a problem. Usually laser's fine. I mean, there's no contraindication to using topical retinoids and getting all those treatments, but it's just something to be aware of if you feel like you might be getting a little bit too, I don't know.
Oh, threading is good. I like threading. Yeah. And then somebody was asking about, oh, what did they say? Shit. I hate scrolling down because I'm always afraid I'm going to lose you. Somebody was saying, oh, I wait a little bit for the Tretinoin moisture barrier just because that's me. I don't like mushing my Tretinoin around because then I get it on my eyes and my lips. Where is it? Oh, niacinamide. Does niacinamide cause irritation? And then do you need to, will light source stop Tret from working? No.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that unstable that like the TV or the phone or whatever would stop it from working. But again, no one's really studied that properly. So yeah, I can't give you like a good evidence-based answer to that. Sorry, with laser hair removal, we are told not to treat clients unless they've come off. Yeah, but that's for oral Accutane, not for topical retinoid with the laser hair removal. What was the question that I missed? I missed something.
Niacinamide
Oh,
is irritating.
Niacinamide is meant to be calming and anti-inflammatory. To be honest, I'm not 100% understanding what niacinamide is meant to do. So it's one of those ingredients where I'm like, don't really know. Sometimes I chuck it into stuff when I'm compounding. If I, like if I'm pregnant, it's safe for pregnancy. So I have a number of patients who are pregnant, and I sometimes create little mixes for them with niacinamide and azaleic acid and all this jazz.
Yeah,
which is fine.
I will say that if you are experiencing irritation, it's more than likely the niacinamide, because I love this and it has niacinamide and I cannot use it.
What is that?
My lips freak out. It's this gorgeous, fucking gorgeous lip treatment. Not lip treatment, just like a lip gloss, and the color is beautiful.
Wait, why is there niacinamide in that?
I don't know, and I'm so pissed off. I'm like, guys, could you please remove it so I can use it? Because look at this color. Look at this color. I'm going to do it.
What's going to do to you if you use it?
Huh? I get eczema. Eczema.
So it must be something else in that that's giving you eczema. Niacinamide is really, are you sure it's niacinamide?
Well, when I showed it to you, you thought it was the niacinamide.
Oh, is that what I said?
Yeah. You're like, oh, it's a niacinamide. It's giving you a reaction. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, sorry.
And it's, yeah. Well, no, it makes sense because everything else that I use, although lately when I've been using the Weleda, it's irritating me too. Because I think this one also has niacinamide, but I'm not sure. I have to double check. The Kapari, I don't know.
God, you have so much stuff.
They send this stuff to me and I fucking love it. It's like, oh wait, you want me to try it? I mean, I shouldn't say that I get unboxings, but I win a lot of giveaways.
Oh, that's
so good. Yeah.
Yeah,
and then of course
niacinamide is supposedly for brightening spots, pores. Yeah, I mean it's basically meant to do everything. Exactly. So I mean, I'm not convinced by niacinamide, and I've done a good amount of literature about it, but reading, but I can't. I'm not convinced. Oh yeah, so Emma's giving her very wise.
What? Somebody wrote here something that does shiny but not oily skin mean compromised skin barrier. I just started track.
Shiny but not oily. No, does not. Shiny but
because it gives you that beautiful glow when you apply it. I like it. I like that glow.
Yeah, some people don't like that glow, but
I like it.
Oh crap, that's so funny. Try to fake tan, Valentina. Yes. So, okay. So the thing with using fake tan on your face is that even if you weren't using Tret, the fake tan would come off quicker. Okay. Guaranteed. So fake tan always comes off your face first whenever you use it, right? Everyone experiences that. Right, guys? Yes?
Yeah, I think so.
When we get fake tans, it comes off your face first. So if you're using Tret as well, it will just pick that up. So I used to have a spray tan studio. Long story. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to spray tans, I know everything about spray tans. So what I used to tell the clients who came into the spray tan studio was if they're doing it for an event or something, don't use your like glycolics, your tretinoins, your whatevers that night after we've done your spray tan, because we spray your face. So then I didn't spray people's whatever. Don't do that if you're gonna have like the event the next day. So just take a break from skincare. Don't put anything on your face, and then the next day you'll be fine. And then start using your skincare, because if you use fake tan, literally, if you use product, the fake tan will just come off. It'll just
God. Now, are fake tans bad for you?
No, my God, I love a fake tan. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, so I had a spray tan studio for I think I had it for over a year in Leeds when I lived there. I love spray tan, and I imported a type of spray tan called blush tan. And if you're living in the States, and there's one in California, it's in La Jolla. There's a blush tan, and it's the most beautiful spray tan ever. And blush tan is the spray tan that I brought to the UK, and it was awesome. It's amazing. So yeah, blush tan at blush tan, I think is the thing on Instagram. So I loved blush tan so much that I opened a blush tan studio in Leeds, where I was living before I moved back to London. And it was awesome and super fun. And I loved having my little business. And it was like great. And like spray tans change lives.
Yeah. So, but at the same time too, I think it kind of sucks just because everyone has this stupid belief that you look sickly if you're pale. And it's like, dude, just accept your skin color.
Yeah, totally. That's the thing. I now am pale all the time. But no, I've moved back to London, so I left Leeds in June, so I don't have a private practice there anymore. I'm just in London now. But yeah, so I lived in Leeds for like 2.5 years. No, maybe not that long. 2 years, I can't remember. Anyway, so no, it's great. No, I am a fan of pale. I am very, very pale myself, totally. But people love a spray tan. People love being tan, and so because I'm a skin cancer surgeon, it really fit within my genre, like to get people to use spray tan.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Here I am, this golden brown.
Don't go in the sun, spray it instead. So it was super fun. I don't think I'll go into retail again though, because it was also very, very stressful. But because retail is a pain in the ass. But
a royal pain
especially
in the ass.
Providing a service like that was also challenging. But it was interesting, and I enjoyed it. And I love my spray tan girls, and it was the girls who worked in.
By the way, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with a spray tan. My whole thing is it's another gimmick from the beauty industry.
Yeah.
Oh no, to look healthy you must be tan. No.
Well, exactly. That's why also like I enjoyed it, but I feel like it was a different life for me. Like it was quite a long time ago that I did that, and my opinions on things have changed as well. So I totally agree with you. Yeah. So I agree.
Yeah.
And then tread around the eyes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's okay. Just if you might find that if you put it too close to your lid line, it'll be a bit irritating. But yeah, tread around the eyes. This whole area here, it's still use like you would like an eye cream. Whoop.
Yeah.
Does Bimatoprost work on eyebrows? Yes, it does.
Does what use on eyebrows? What?
I'm still working on yours. The Bimatoprost, the Latisse, it does work on eyebrows. Oh wait, who asked that question? I haven't. Oh, that's AGL Interiors. She did my interior decorating in my apartment. That's Angela.
Come to California.
She's in London.
Damn it. Am I gonna have to move to London?
She's coming. Just kidding. So yes, Angela, you can definitely use it around your eyes. It does helps prevent crow's feet. So yeah, just dab it on like an eye cream.
Hey, I'm going to mention this name again just so that I get more people on here. Caroline Herons.
No! Okay. Well, it's after 8 o'clock now, so.
No! I'm teasing!
No, don't do that. We don't need any more of that. No.
Oh my God, that was so funny though. Sorry.
That was so not funny. That was not funny. But Angela, are you seeing my bookcase? Is she still watching? You designed this. Yeah, so Angela,
she did?
AGL Interiors, you should follow her. She designed my my bookcase in here. So
ooh.
yeah, That's why it looks so cool. You see it, right?
I like it. Yeah, I can see it. I've actually been looking at it the whole time, and I'm like, that whole. Oh my God, I
turn the
love it.
lights on. There's lights. She built in lights into it. I should turn.
Oh my God, I love
Yes,
that.
isn't it beautiful? It's totally beautiful. I can turn the lights on, but I can't. I know. So
No. You know, it's because I noticed it when you. I remember when you didn't have anything, and then I remember, you know, I noticed this, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so nice, because I'm very into wall units, and I'm very modern, very simple.
Yes.
But I like cozy.
Yeah. She did this, and I think she was initially like, "Why do you want so many squares in it?" I'm like, "No, it's gonna look cool." And there's like
I like it.
Yeah. And there's
like
drawers
listening.
too. It's so cool.
Oh, see, that's nice. I throw up all my makeup in there, and all
it's
my,
made
like,
of this
shit.
like funky material that looks kind of like concrete. It's really cool. It's like textured. Yeah. And so my wardrobe is going to be the same, which should be coming on Friday, right, Angelis? Should be coming on Friday. And then same with my dressing table and my nightstands.
Oh, jealous. Aglin.
Yeah. Next live, I'm going to do a tour with the flat stand.
Yes. Now I'm trying to find her. Wait, stop.
Because then I'm also getting I ordered the glass legs. Sorry. The glass.
No, I don't mind, girl. Please.
Yeah,
A-N.
She's had to put up with me through email for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, where I've sent her random pictures and this and that. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do to this? And then she's like, do this. I cannot make decisions. Like, I'm really rubbish at making decisions.
I'm horrible. I need somebody to do. I know what I like, but I don't know how to put it together. Yeah. Oh, there she is. Aglin.
So she has to come over when everything is in to then tell me if I need what rugs I need. Because then she sent me an email with a bunch of rugs. I'm like, oh my God, it's too many choices.
I just followed you.
Okay. Too many choices. Like, I can't make. And every time I buy something without consulting her, I make a mistake and have to send it back or sell it.
About the only thing that I would ever be willing to buy without, you know, any kind of like consent, something like what you have behind you.
Yeah.
But I like the perfect square, and I like that blackish, brownish gray. Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, it's like it's a light gray. The whole flat's kind of grayish. But yeah, but no, I have this handmade wardrobe thing. So if anyone wants that, because I accidentally bought it without consulting.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah,
no, probably
not.
Not.
Sell it. Same with the bar.
I need a nice little bookcase that I can throw all this shit in and clear off my desk.
I can send you the one I have because you might like it, but I can't send it to you. Right. Anyway, no. Is there any more we need to talk about? Any questions, guys? Because otherwise, I have to yes.
Lash extensions, lash curlers, and what was the other one? Lash extensions, lash curlers, and
lash curlers.
Yeah, like, you know, those little.
Yeah, so those are are they damaging to lashes? I don't think those are.
No? Even lash extensions?
So lash extensions, I don't think they're very good for your eyelashes. Though this is a little bit outside my lane, because Kiara, we'll talk about rosacea before we end this. It is a little bit outside my lane. Lash extensions. Sorry. I've had them a lot in my lifetime. And I found that every time I had lash extensions, when I got them off, my lashes were like destroyed.
Oh my, yeah, everyone tells me that.
Yeah, and I also had that with hair extensions. So even though I have a lot of hair, at one point in my life wanted a lot more hair. So I got hair extensions, which cost me a total fortune. But I also thought it destroyed my hair after. They were the ones that were kind of glued in. Yeah. So I mean, again, hair like that, in that sense, that's outside of my kind of remit. But I would suggest that anything that's stuck on, like an extension, in any way, shape, or form, even like nail extensions, are probably not great for those things. Oof. So should we just whiz through rosacea real quick, because Kiara is saying.
Well, Emma keeps on asking about the sugar, and then we can like do the whole rosacea thing.
Sugar in
skincare and sugar in your diet, like any kind of sugar. Is it bad for your skin?
Yeah, so there's not tons of evidence. I need to stop reading. There's not tons of actual good, solid like evidence to say sugar is bad for skin or that kind of thing. However, you can extrapolate by looking at other groups of populations. So for example, type 1 diabetics have chronically raised blood sugar. And so people have compared the skin, for example, of type 1 diabetics versus the same matched non-type 1 diabetics and found that the type 1s look older. So you then same with smoking. So I would say that, yes, stress, like Lucy's saying, is very bad for skin because of raised cortisol. We know that as a fact. Smoking, hands down, very bad for skin, obviously. Sun, obviously. And high sugar diet, probably not great for skin, but also not great for health in general. So sugar is probably the evilest part of a diet. I'm not saying don't eat any sugar ever, because I'm not a nutritionist.
Just don't eat it all the time.
Maybe not all the time. I mean, food, like,
Yeah.
again, nutrition isn't my territory, except if it's related to skin. So, but I mean, this is extremely controversial because there is no great, like, I don't know, way of kind of explaining it. So rosacea, yes, in moderation, fine. I mean, you'll never see me eating like a gummy bear.
Yeah.
But
I'd rather have my chocolate.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of like gummy foods. And
Sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, that would make me kind of feel sick. But I did when I was younger. Great.
Oh yeah, who didn't?
Oh my
Come
God,
on.
yeah. Like those, you know, which
yeah.
ones I really loved? You know those sugar-covered peach Haribo things? Do you not know what I'm talking about? The peaches. Everyone else, you know, the little gummy peaches, like the Haribo?
I never really got into the gummy. I shouldn't say that. I like the little gummy bears, but I never really got into like the whole gummy thing because it always hurt my teeth.
Really? I was, if you read my post from a few days ago, I was an overweight child, so I ate everything.
I eat everything too.
I have enough gummy bears to like
last your lifetime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Louise was more like the sugar person. I'm more the chocolate.
Yeah. I'm not a huge chocolate person.
I don't know if this would help, but in my family of 5, okay, my dad, who does not eat sugar, has the most porcelain, gorgeous skin on the planet, and he's almost 80. My brothers and my mother are type 2 diabetic. They look much older than me, and I'm moderate in sugar. So I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a case study of one.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, looking at my fucking dad's skin, it's gorgeous.
Oh, well, okay.
I hate him.
My dad doesn't have great skin. Anyway, sorry. Kiara, yes, let's just talk about
rosacea.
I hate Sour Patch Kids. Sorry. Let's talk about rosacea.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids, gross. Sorry. They're so sour. Yeah, Emma,
I love that shit. That's right up my alley.
But before I say anything, Emma is also vegan, right? So if you look at her food posts, it's all like, you know, quinoa and like avocado and like,
queen.
Her food stories give me food envy as well. Like, can you invite us over and we'll have dinner at your house? Okay, I don't mind eating vegan. It's all fine. So yeah, rosacea. So rosacea is a tough one. I think with type 1 rosacea, you're talking about erythema telangiectatic rosacea, where you have background redness and little blood vessels. So that's extremely difficult to manage. So if you just have redness, then with telangiectasia, if that's how we're defining rosacea, then that's difficult to manage. There are some strategies. One thing, if you flush a lot, for example, taking a medicine like carvedilol, like a beta blocker, can help reduce that. So that's one thing you can do. So there's lots of weird and wonderful things you can do if that's your problem. So Kiara, if I'm going to the right thing, like if you flush a lot and you're very red, for example, those kind of things you can look at. There's a topical called Mirvaso, which can reduce redness. So for broken capillaries, so telangiectasia, actually dilated capillaries, the only decent treatment is laser treatment. So there is a good amount of evidence to suggest that a pulse dye laser can be equivalent to an intense pulse light that is of a yellow filter yellow filter, so that it targets the hemoglobin. So V-beam is a pulse dye laser that wouldn't work for flushing. Is that what you're talking about? Transitory erythema? So do you mean flushing as opposed to fixed erythema, which is due to telangiectasia? So yeah, a V-beam is your pulse dye laser, and that would be for the individual vessels. The issue is that they do tend to come back, and there's a lot of reasons why. So it will require like kind of yearly uptake. So flushing, I like to use things like oral beta blockers in a very low dose. So Sorry, I'm trying not to read what I was just reading about tofu.
I know.
So the other thing, and I'm just done a post about this that's coming soonish, about the use of Botox injections into cheeks to reduce flushing. This is a fairly new idea, and it does seem to have some decent evidence behind it. So there are some kind of weird and wonderful things you can try to do to reduce the flushing. And they're not weird and wonderful, but they're there. And then with the broken capillaries, yeah, you're going to need to go down the route of laser now. However, that being said, I've always questioned the laser thing because they tend to come back after the laser treatment. So I am now investigating the use of hand cautery using a diathermy to then coagulate the vessel with less downtime than using a pulse dye laser. So I am going to look into doing that for people myself, because that's quite a high level use of a diathermy, which people don't really seem to do, because I think it's very delicate, and I like doing things that are very delicate.
Here's a question on rosacea, psoriasis, and eczema.
Yeah.
It never goes away, does it?
Well, they're chronic skin
In other words,
diseases.
it's always a part of you.
Yeah. You can control everything. But
So it's all about maintenance and control. That's all it really is.
Kiara,
Yeah.
Dr. Newman, I don't know who that is, but are you talking about hand diathermy? So there's interesting things out there. Still, that your most commonly the most common thing you can do right now is to do like a targeted IPL or a pulse dye. I like the idea of hand diathermy. So yeah, this is the most common issue for like one of the most common problems for Caucasian people. If you have papulopustular acne, so you're getting like spots, like dots, that's a slightly different problem. So with that, you would need like an antibiotic. I think doxycycline, azithromycin, even metronidazole orally works really well. Metronidazole gel, cilantro. So there's a whole ladder of treatments. So it really depends on where you sit on that spectrum. I have a number of patients on oral Roaccutane low dose for rosacea. So rosacea is a kind of a complicated little
Animal.
area. Yeah, it's actually much more complex than acne, than normal acne. Yeah, so that's why I think people struggle. The main thing I see though with rosacea is a misdiagnosis. So I get a lot of patients who come to me with a diagnosis of acne rosacea. They've had it for years. They've tried all the rosacea treatments that are out there, but they still don't have any improvement. That's because they don't have rosacea. That's because they have acne. So, because rosacea treatments don't work for acne. So,
Does cortisone work for rosacea?
No. So cortisone will make rosacea worse. So it's like but protopic on the other hand can help. So there's you have to be careful, and it's about looking at the skin and knowing what you're looking at. And I'm misdiagnosed. I mean, there's a patient who I saw through video consult who had a diagnosis of acne rosacea. This was like last week, and I looked at her for video, and I was like, wait a second, this is acne. Why do you have rosacea? So that's why she wasn't getting improvement, because she was on the wrong treatment. So I was like, well, not that I'm a genius, but like, I can usually diagnose these things pretty decently. So
I wish I could get my brother to you.
So is there a rebound effect from with Mirvaso? Yes, there can be. So you need to watch out. I use Mirvaso. I do always think that the day after I've used Mirvaso, my face looks more red. I think that might just be because it looks so pale with the Mirvaso. Mirvaso is a topical that takes away all the redness in your skin temporarily. So Kiara, if you can let me know who this Dr. Newman is, because if he's in the UK, I'd love to know if he does hand diathermy, because I haven't found any dermatologists who do that in the UK.
Somebody's asking about, does rosacea help Tret? Does Tret help rosacea?
It can, but you have to be careful because it can make it more red temporarily. GP told me I had rosacea. Yeah, so anyone who has redness in their skin will be told they have rosacea. Does azelaic acid help with skin inflammation? It can, not for everyone. I'm not a huge. Azelaic acid is never my first line. So rosacea is it's not my first line, but it can do. So hello. Right. Well, Kat, I hate to do this, but I have to go tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to start early, because that way if we had overflow, it wouldn't hopefully bump in too much. So yes, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. That was dramatic today.
No, you know what though? It's okay, because it doesn't hurt us in any way.
Well,
We weren't saying anything that we shouldn't have been saying. No, it doesn't. And we've got the proof right here that nothing went on. So, and if anything, they reacted like high schoolers. So
yes. Well, I'm going to go see how much negativity I have in my comments now. So,
if you have any, please talk to me. Talk to me. Shit.
So, thanks, guys. Lovely having you.
Sorry if it caused you any problems, but seriously, send them my way. Tell them it was all me.
Truth. Yeah, well,
It is. It's truth.
Fault. It's not my fault.
It's all me.
You
I don't have a problem
here,
taking that.
All right.
It's recorded. It's right here. I mean, shit. I'll be the shit disturber.
Oh, did you post that recording? Oh.
Yes. That's okay, because it's all there. It's all there that it's me. So they can...
Yeah. Thanks.
The whole high school mentality, it's just like, really, get over it.
Oh, we love social media. Woohoo!
Let's
thank
be
you
fun.
guys. I am going to have a great day at work tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Sleep well.
Have a lovely day today.
I love your decor back there, dude.
Oh, yeah,
seriously.
Thank you,
fucking gorgeous. It is. I'm like, oh my God, I want that.
So when I get the rest of the furniture, which I think is happening on Friday, I will do you guys a whole tour. Well, if it's
yes,
ready
please.
next week. Okay, cool.
Please. Yes.
Bye, Lena.
Awesome.
Bye, Valentina. Bye, guys. Good night. Bye.
Yes.